Mariola, do you mind if I borrow your tanning oil?
Sorry, sugar, that's my last blood. I still haven't acquired that bronze tone that turns macho men into love machines.
Wow! What a sweet setup they've got here. Very chic. I like it. I see Carla's lying down and back. It looks like a handle to something. Like a flashlight, maybe. It wasn't a flashlight after all. It's a handheld vacuum. I know I can use this. It's okay. I'm sure the girls have plenty. Maybe I'll show how thoughtful I am by giving them to Gina as a present. It's full of lipstick. Well, I'll just grab whichever. I don't plan on using any myself, but I might use it for something else. It looks like shoe repair thread. There's a needle next to it. I'll take the needle too. Maybe I can use it somewhere. Excuse me, Carla?
Yes, honey.
You look exhausted.
Utterly, darling. Listen, I was a bit indisposed when I woke up yesterday because of some stomach trouble, so I took a pill I keep just for these occasions. The trouble is, I forgot you can't mix the pills with alcohol because they knock you out. So I had a Turkish passion in the evening. I invented that nectar-like delight, by the way. Ooh, sister, you can't imagine what happened. It's like I was frozen in space. My graceful body seemed to weigh a ton. Just horrid. I'm feeling a tad better today, but I'm still a bit peaked. I need to get some beauty sleep.
I just happen to have a bit of heartburn. You wouldn't let me try one of those pills you take, would you?
Darn, I just ran out. When I went to take one yesterday, there were only 2 left in the bottle. I took one and dropped the other one, which fell through that grating on the floor.
You mentioned the Turkish passion. What's in that?
Oh, that's a woman's secret, my love. My delectable blends are renowned. The Turkish passion is one of my personal favorites, but I've created many more. There's the Gentle Frenzy, Black Autumn, Love Juice, Brandy Alexandra. Anyway, there's a million, and they'll all drive you wild.
Speaking of which...
Tell me what you want from me, oh youthful beauty.
I'll let you get some rest, Carla. See ya.
Toodaloo, cutie.
Good idea. Maybe I can find the pill that Carla dropped. I'll open up the vacuum cleaner bag and see if Lady Luck is on my side. Bingo! Here's the pill. One of those typical prop trunks that actors and singers use. I think I'll take a look and see what's inside. A basketball! It's deflated and needs some stitching, but it might be of use. You won't get anywhere doing that. Wow! An oil well! It seems pretty old. I bet it's been running for years. Undoubtedly petroleum. You won't get anywhere. Yeah. I like the idea of tinting the lenses so it looks darker through them. Let's try. Done. I think there's someone over there. I'm afraid he's not one of the good guys. He looks like a buff type of guy that might shoot you in the back. He must be guarding that barn or something. I can't let him see me. I'll take a peek through that crack there. Inside is the chopper they used to bring us to this desert. Of course. Now I understand why that lummox is there. They're using the barn as a hangar and he's guarding. I'll enter through the rear window.
Plunk. Made it! No one could beat me at this sport.
Excellent choice. If what Carla told me about the effects of the pill being mixed with alcohol is right, this guy will go out like a light, fast. But it's impossible to do it without him noticing. I have to distract him somehow in order to stick the pill into the can behind his back.
Good beer, I tell you. Opening can, drinking can, dunking can. I bet no one can get as many.
Wow, looks like the railroad tracks come all the way up to here. Although, judging by the look of that train car, the tracks must be from the 1800s. Empty. Danger. Explosives. It's old, but seems like it's still strong and sturdy. Man, it is really stuck. Let's see what's inside. Yuck! Ugh! It doesn't smell very good in here. It's chock full of screws. I think it's one of the ones they used to build the train tracks. No, I'm not going to take the whole bucket full, but I will take one screw. It's long, so it might be good for something. One is closed and the others are empty. I don't know. It must have tar or something like that inside. I don't need those barrels. You won't get anywhere doing it. Just a bunch of useless thingamajigs. I don't see anything that interests me. It's rather long and has a hook at the end. I have no clue what purpose it'd serve. Besides, it'd be too hard to rip it off the wall of the train car. An airplane graveyard. And as far as I can tell, most of them are military aircraft, from around the time of World War II, I'd say. It's a bit old, but it might save me from any other punches. Wow! It's a string of bullets for the machine gun. It's in good shape, and I could actually use it if I find some bullets to fill it up. It's a little rusty, but I bet it might still work if I grease it up. It's all blocked up by the rust and years of disuse. I'd have to grease it up really well in order to use it. The lipstick fits right into the slots on this string of bullets. Too bad it's not a bullet. Good idea. That way Mariola will think she has a darker tan. Careful, she better not notice. Perfect. She didn't see a thing. Mariola, do you mind if I borrow your tanning oil?
Oh, all right, take it. I think I already have a luscious tan. Tell me, honey, don't you find me irresistible?
Oh yeah, you're one hot babe with that tan. Thanks for the suntan oil. I don't plan on lying out in the sun, but I might need it for something else. It's not the best kind of oil to grease it up with, but it should work. Alright, I think it'll work now. Let's see how that works. Perfect. The cabin is within shooting range. XXX. No doubt about it, it's a barrel of gunpowder. It's too heavy. I'd be happy just to get a handful of that gunpowder out, but the barrel's closed up tight. The barrel is boxed in between all that junk in the back. The crowbar won't really get it out. This barrel here is the only one that's closed. Let's see if I can get it open. I wonder what's inside. Peanuts! I wonder how long they've been in the barrel. Yeah, I could use it to drill a hole in the barrel, but I can't use my fingers to twist it around and make the hole. What kind of ants inhabit this area? No, thank you. Didn't you see the naked jungle? All right, I might use it for something. Just a bunch of old tires. Better not walk in front of the cabin. If those thugs find me out, who knows what they'll do. I need your help. There's a hot athlete I want to distract, and if you're the stud magnet I think you are, you may be the woman for the job.
What's this about a hot stud, you adorable little troublemaker?
Look, that guy thinks he's king of the court, and he needs a gal like you to teach him a lesson. If you could just...
Sounds deliciously tempting, but I'm busy.
But...
I don't stalk men like Mariola.
Shoot, I guess flattery won't get me as far as I thought. Okay, I'll try to stitch it. Huh, that turned out better than I expected. I hope the stitching holds while I inflate it. Let's see if I can blow it up with this doohickey. It worked! You can't even tell where I stitched it up. Yeah, there's something to that idea. Maybe I can get Lula to admit who she really is and get her to distract the muscle man in the barn. Lula, come look!
Hey, big boy, I didn't know you liked sports. Where did you get that basketball? Throw it to Lula. This is the ball from the first match I won my first title at.
I knew it. Give up the act, sister. You're Lou Lemaire, aren't ya? And I see you can still work wonders with a basketball.
Of course. I've still got the magic touch. Why do you think I was named most valuable player in the league 3 years in a row?
Too bad that all went by the wayside when you messed up that last basket in the 95 finals, huh?
It was a personal foul, for goodness sake. That vision impaired bat of a referee didn't see it. Those journalist leeches looked the other way. Everyone in the whole pavilion was blinded by my grandeur. But it was a personal foul.
Okay. Pipe down, Lula. That's all in the past now. Best not to stir up old memories. After all, who hasn't missed a basket at some point? When completely alone under the basket? While vying to win the NBA Finals? It really isn't that important.
Dare you insinuate that there was no foul,
No, of course not. Of course there was a foul. On purpose, too. What's important now is you gotta help me out by distracting that guy I told you about. Being who you are, you won't have any problem with a little competition hooping cans into a bucket, will you? I'm sure you'll beat him easy, and that way you can soften the Studley thing up a bit.
All right, you win, but with two conditions. One, that all that hearsay about my past remains entre nous. I really want to protect Carla and Mariola from this. And two, well, look. Ever since that personal foul that kept me from making that basket in the finals, I've been drained of my self-confidence. I'll probably prance up to the sky, and I won't know what to say or do. So, you have to come along and talk for me.
But that's impossible. I can't let him catch sight of me or he'll recognize me. He has to have seen me when they brought me in the helicopter.
Yes, I understand. Well, I've got it. Listen, dear, we have some of those cutesy little receivers you place inside your ear. They blend in entirely. We use them for some of our cabaret acts. Here's the plan. I stick it in, and you use the walkie-talkie to whisper my lines to me. Tell me you love the idea?
I guess it's okay. Let's try it.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing here? This is private property, so you better vacate the premises.
Well, you see, didn't you say he was an Adonis?
Calm down, Lula. Tell him you were just passing through, that you saw what nice hoops he was shooting into the tank, and that he's not bad.
Well, as I said, I was passing along and saw you toss some cans at that tank. And I said to myself, ooh, this guy's pretty hot. And basketball, that is.
Pretty hot? Very hot, you mean? I don't think you'll come across anyone that can shoot hoops like me.
Tell him you're not so bad yourself. Challenge him to throw from further away. That way, he'll get out of the way, and I can come right on in.
Well, to tell you the truth, hot stuff, I can shoot baskets just as well as you can. And from even further away.
Yeah, right. You must be joking, aren't you? You don't really think you could beat me?
Follow me if you dare, and I'll show you.
I shouldn't leave my post, but Rocco Wallace is always willing to take on a challenge. I'll laugh my head off teaching this ditz a lesson.
Anyway, I see there are quite a few empty cans around here. Ooh, look at this.
How about that? I have to admit you ain't bad, but I can do better.
I have to take advantage of this nice moment of privacy to do whatever I need to do.
If you can.
Okay, I can spike the beer now that the gorilla's left his cage. There we go. I hope he finishes that can before opening another. I think he's coming back. Better take off so Biceps Boy doesn't find me and ruin everything at the last moment. Cross your fingers.
Man, that last sip of beer was a killer. I think I'm losing it. I better have another drink.
Congratulations, it worked! He is so tired he can barely move. Hey pal, what? Feeling drowsy, are we?
What are you doing here, Pipsqueak? I don't know how you got out of the cabin, but as soon as I wake up, I'm gonna grind you into hamburger meat. Just wait for this dizzy spell to pass, and you're gonna get it.
You're in no state to be threatening anyone, Mac. When you snap out of it, if you do, we'll be long gone. Okay, we can't waste a second. I'll go open the barn door. That chopper will get us all out of this dust bowl. Let's go over the plan again. We've got to get the thugs' attention so they leave the house. Then I can go in and untie Gina, and we'll escape through the trap door. When those thugs go back inside the house and realize Gina and I are gone, we'll implement part 2 of the plan. Somehow locking the bad guys inside the cabin so they can't come after us. Last of all, part 3 is finding a getaway vehicle. We seem to be in the middle of a desert, so going on foot is out. And to get away, we can use the helicopter. Don't really know who's gonna fly the thing.
You're lower than pond scum!
I can't really use it because it's all covered with
you
paint.
had something to do with the way I'm feeling, get
There's a
ready
bit of
to
paint left
suffer.
inside, but it's full of crud.
I can
Yeah,
hardly
peanut
move.
butter. All right, maybe it will be useful at some point. I better carry it with the lid on.
Yeah, keep that jaw away from me. It's dangerous.
Dangerous? This mere little glass jar? And here I thought you were a tough guy.
It's not the jaw that's dangerous. It's the wild ants in this area.
Ants?
Yeah, they go berserk over peanut butter.
Listen, you're worse off than I thought.
Think whatever you like, moron. See that wood left over behind there? It was a nice old rocking chair. A few days ago, I left a jar of peanut butter open on it. And when I came back a few hours later, the rocking chair was just as you see it now, with a million ants all over it.
Yeah, whatever you say. It reminds me of one my dad used to have in the backyard. As a kid, I'd entertain myself by banging on it with a baseball bat. The truth is, I was a bit wild in those years.
Beer never had this effect on me before.
I'm afraid I wouldn't get very far on it.
I can hardly move.
I'm afraid I would. It's a wreck. and half the parts are missing. It must have been abandoned here years ago. I'm afraid I wouldn't get very far on it.
You're lower than pond scum! If I find out you had something to do with the way I'm feeling, get ready to suffer!
Well, using the helmet as a pot to make peanut butter may be a bright idea, but I think I should put the peanuts in last. I don't want it to break.